everybody, it's Jennifer. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a super awesome day like me. I was up at 5 like always, and I've had my breakfast already, and I'm obviously all ready for work. I have about a half hour left before I go into work. But I like to wake up early and take my time to get ready in the morning and have plenty of time so I'm not rushing out the door. I like to be early for everything that I do in life. It hasn't always been like that. There have been times that I've been rushing into work and just making it there or being late sometimes. But no, things have changed in my life, and I'm so happy just to have extra time, just to be able to be on time and to, be able to really, you're able to have such a better day when you're on time and when you're prepared for the day. So anyway, I love it. But what I wanted to share a little bit about today is trusting in God and letting go and letting God, as they say. That's an old saying that's been around for a long time, but there's really a lot of wisdom in that. There really, really is. I think that most people think that we have a lot more control than we really do have. We think that when we have major accomplishments in our life, we give ourselves all the credit, and it's like, oh yeah, that was all me. I mean, I made that happen. And the truth is, and I know this from my own personal life, from other people's lives, and I also know this from scripture, that we really don't have all the power that we think we have, and we really don't have all the control that we think that we have. When good things happen to us, it's God. And when even not so good things happen to us, it's God. Because in every single thing that we do and every single experience that we have, there's lessons to be learned, there's wisdom to receive, and it's really, really true. It's not to say that when bad things happen that God is like a punishing God and God's trying to punish you or teach you a lesson like, see, I told you so. Nothing like that. God, there's my clock, I love that clock. God is not a punishing God at all. He's a loving God. He's an unconditionally loving God. He's a patient God. He's a forgiving God. He's a merciful God. And God, all God's intentions for us are good. All God's plans for us are hopeful. God doesn't want to give us a life of woe and worry. He wants us to give us a beautiful and blessed life, a future full of hope, and that is a fact. You can put your money in the bank on that one, but it's really true. So anyway, the thing is that I'm just getting back into a lot of things in my life, going to morning mass. I guess it was for about 3 weeks or a month, on a daily morning mass, weekday mass, really did a lot for me. I mean, I was doing my little posts on Instagram. It was live stream, so I was taking clips, little pictures from the live stream. It's not that I had my own photographer there taking pictures of me going to Holy Communion or anything like that, but it was just that it was on the live stream, so I was able to just get little snapshots. And I thought, if I'm going to do a reflection on Mass, it's much more inspiring to do it, if I'm talking about myself going to communion, to have a little picture with it of me as opposed to just, a generic picture or something. Anyway, I did that, but I really grew a lot in the past month. I really went through a little transformative journey, and I'm getting back into things that I always did before, such as practicing random acts of kindness, being more kind and gentle with myself, which I pretty much always am anyway, but really practicing that. It's amazing when you bring something to the forefront of your mind, even if you think you're already doing it, like, I'm loving everybody and I'm being kind, but when you just kind of put that in the front of your mind like a little sticky note, it's amazing how much more you practice that, how much more you practice kindness or love or generosity or whatever it is you want to work on. So for me, kindness is one thing that I'm working on. I'm noticing a big difference. And another thing that just in the past couple of days that I'm working on, my new project for myself, my new spiritual project, is letting go and letting God. I even wrote songs about that years ago, way back in like 2000. And, there's just a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of wisdom in that. And going back to the truth of the matter is, we really don't have all the control we think we do anyway. So why not just let go and trust in the process, not just in the process, but trusting in God, in knowing that God has goodness in store for us, a future full of hope, and ultimately just blessings. God really wants to bless us so much. God is not a stingy God. God is an abundant God. He's full of abundance. He's full of blessings, and there is not a reason why every single person on this planet cannot be abundantly blessed, but we have to be open and ready to receive those blessings. Sometimes we're very closed off in ourselves. We're just not ready or able to receive those blessings. We might feel unworthy. I've been there before where I didn't feel worthy to receive such blessings, but now God is really blessing me abundantly more and more every day. And, I'm just trusting in God's providence for my life, his abundant, beautiful providence for my life. And it's just going beautifully well. So trust in God, let go and let God. I have to say, I'm really happy that I started this new job. Again, it's not a new job. I went back to my former job that I had for about a month in September. And I'm telling my daughters how much I love her. They're like, Mom, we really don't know why you quit in the first place. I mean, why did you do that? I'm like, I think honestly, because it was such a great job, it's like I was almost afraid of success. And haven't we all been there at one point? Maybe not, but I have before, where I'm almost afraid to really succeed and make my dreams come true, because I'm just afraid of not knowing, of having all of those blessings in my life. But God's really blessing me. It's only a part-time job. It's just 4 hours a day, 9 to 1 every day. But I'm able to make the kind of money where I'm able to purchase my own first home, where I'm able to buy my daughters in the future their first cars. That's the kind of money that I'm going to be making there. I'm making good money now, but I'll be making more and more money as time goes by. And it's just more money than I ever thought that I could possibly make. So it's just a real blessing, and I'm just so glad that I went back to it. I'm feeling really grateful for this job. And I can still do my acting on the side. I mean, the actors are on strike anyway. We don't know when they're going to go back anyway. My modeling I can do on the side. My singing I can do at any time, because I just go into the studio and make an album, and then I sell it online on iTunes and Amazon and all that. So I can do that at any time, any given time, like I have over the last 20 years. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, God really wants to bless you. He really, really does. And the more that we let go, and the more that we let go of this power that we think that we have, it's kind of like we're gripping onto air, really. We're holding tight, and then we start to let go a little more and a little more, and then we look and we realize we're not even holding this power that we thought, because God has all the power. He really does. So trusting in God, giving God credit where credit is due, giving God the glory where his glory is due, and and then realizing that we can co-create our future with God. That's not to say that God just has all the power and we have no power in our lives. We make choices in our lives. We have the power to choose. We have a lot of power in a sense that we can choose how we're going to react to things. We're going to choose the kind of attitude we're going to have in life. We're going to choose like me, going back to this job, and sticking with it and not quitting again. Those are the kinds of powerful choices that we have. But ultimately, the bigger things that happen to us, such as, getting sick or things like that kind of stuff, we really don't have any control over. We do have control in a sense, to stay healthy and to prevent ourselves from getting sick. So we do have control, just as not as much control as we think that we have in the bigger scheme of things. But we really can help things out a lot by having a positive attitude and by trusting in God and co-creating our future with God, as I like to say, knowing that God is our co-pilot. So Anyway, that's all I really wanted to share today. Let go and let God. Trust in the amazing, abundant future that God has in store for you. Be positive and just live your best life. I'm living my best life today. Tomorrow's going to get better and better. I'm not exactly where I want to be, wish it will be, or pray it will be soon in my life, but I'm getting there. And every day it gets better and better and better by the choices that I make, by the attitude that I have, and by my love that I have for God and for myself and others. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you later. Enjoy your day. Mwah.